Ultimate 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, bro. Yeah, welcome to the Week 7 NFL Prediction Show, brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Bob, tell us about that rake back real quick, because this has been a horrific NFL season for me this year.
Look, if you had a rough week, if you thought there's no way the Eagles lose to the Giants,
and
you're betting on MyBookie, they'll toss you a little money back if you're in the MyBookie Plus rewards program, which you don't have to sign up for. You don't have to pay extra for. It's just if you've been betting with them for a little while, you're kind of automatically become a sort of an MVP type of customer, if you will. And they'll toss you a little money back if after a bad weekend to say, hey, we know you don't feel alive without some money on the games, so here you go. Thanks for continuing to play with us.
Yeah, I'm going to need it here. And for the audience listening, Derek, I know you weren't here last week, but man, I cannot figure this league out this year. I really can't. What is up is down. What is down is up. The matchups that seem so easy and clear cut are not. And like the Eagles, I thought were the best team in the NFL, and they get fucking steamrolled by the Giants on a Thursday night. I don't know what's happened to their offense. They've wanted to fire the offensive coordinator. We said not to panic. Do you panic with the Eagles now, Derek?
Yeah, you have to. You have to figure out. You have too much talent. You have all this talent. You have all this talent over there. I mean, you've got arguably one of the best running backs to ever play the game. You've got an unbelievable receiving crew. And then your offensive line's phenomenal. It's what's the deal? Is it your quarterback or is it the play calling? That's one of those two things.
I mean, I'm looking at it here. Saquon Barkley, Dan, had 12 carries for 58 yards in this game.
Well, because they were down. They didn't they couldn't just run the ball. They were down. They were never in a position. The thing about the run game is it's only effective if you're winning the game.
It is, and
you have to score points. They're not scoring points.
Cam Scatterbo had no problem running out the clock there. 19 carries for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mr. CTE himself. Dan, what do you do with this Eagles team, man? I mean, do you trust this team the rest of the year?
So Saquon, 3.4 yards a carry. Jalen Hurts, 3.9. 3.9 for a quarterback that runs is fucking low.
Yeah.
That means whatever design runs they are running are not working.
They're doing a lot of tush. It's the tush pushes, and they're predictable. They're a predictable offense, Dan.
Yeah.
It's so predictable. Like, I'm watching the game on Thursday, and I'm like, I know exactly what they're fucking running here. It was just so easy to predict. So if you don't think that a fucking defensive coordinator has got that figured out, especially a team like the Giants who just got an injection of fucking energy. This is the great part about the NFL, and I say it all the time on the show. Everybody's good.
Yes.
right? It's about coaching and getting guys to buy the fuck into what's going on. And that's what you're seeing out of the Giants right now. You got two young guys, two rookies, a quarterback and a running back, who have come in and juiced this team to the max. And imagine if they had Malik Neighbors.
I know.
Fully healthy.
This
is
out
a
for the
dangerous
year.
fucking team.
But they just did this to the Eagles without Malik Neighbors, which is even crazier to me. And
their defense is playing good. Everything about this Giants team is fun to watch. They're a fun team to watch now.
Yeah.
Back to the Eagles for a moment. There are some indicators you can see to tell you whether a team is playing well or not. Obviously, the win-loss record is one. Mm-hmm. That's the most obvious. For a team that's constructed the way the Eagles are, what Derek was talking about, running effectively, is probably, other than just the win-loss record, probably the best indicator, right? And in 2024, the Eagles ran the ball 58.1% of the time, and so far this year it's been 48.5% of the time.
Interesting.
It means their run game is not working.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. And
or they're just not committing to it.
Well, why that is they're committing to it because you can't keep running the ball. You can't run the ball when your primary rusher is averaging 3.4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no.
You just can't, man. It's just the way it is.
No, you can't.
And
it's got to be like a 4.5, 5 yard carry, 5 yards per carry. Especially when you're not up by 10 points or 7 points, or like you need to be up by a touchdown at least to like really effectively get your run game going. And then there's not a threat of the throwing. There's not a threat of the pass. So they load the box, which is insane because they have two really fucking unbelievable receivers.
Yeah. And then
that's not a threat, and it's because of your fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
So the offensive coordinator doesn't trust the quarterback to make the throws. That's what I'm seeing.
I think a big part of it too is that they're trying to give Saquon Barkley more rest. Honestly, I think that's part of it. He's on pace for 85 to 100 less carries overall this year than he had last year. And he went after it pretty hard last year. They had a deep playoff run. He's 28 and not 23. All that shit matters. He's in great shape. No question about that.
And they just signed him to a new deal.
Yeah, they signed him to a new deal. I don't think you want to break him. To be honest, they're 4-2.
I know, and that's the crazier part, right? But the two losses that they have been to dog shit teams where you're just like, what are you doing here?
But did you see, though, there's wide open throws that the quarterback is missing, wide open fucking touchdown passes that would be touchdowns.
Yeah, for Jalen Hurts?
That's a fucking problem, man. And I just think if I'm a receiver on that team, it's like, hey, dude, you need to figure out how to stop worrying about how much you can fucking squat and worry about making these damn throws. Like, that's what matters. You need to be able to make these throws. All you have to do is put it in the vicinity, and those guys are going to catch it.
Yeah. Statistically, he's having a better season this year than he did last year. Hurts is.
Is he really? Passing or running? Passing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because right now
he's throwing it like 5 or 6% more than he was last year.
10% more.
Yeah. 10% more.
10% more.
If you put a gun to my head in the middle of the fucking street right now and said, I'm going to kill you in front of your family here. I need you to pick a Super Bowl champion right now. I don't think I could do it. I really don't. Like, I've never had a year that is this off. I mean, just going through the favorites here, the Eagles, the Chiefs have now sort of come back to life, but they're still not running the ball well. Bills, I would have said the Bills, but the Bills got blown out by the fucking Falcons.
When's the last time the Chiefs ran the ball well?
The fuck out.
The Chiefs, I'm sorry, what?
When's the last time a wire-to-wire Chiefs team ran the ball well?
I think during
when's the last time they had a 1,000-yard
Super Bowl?
Yeah,
when's the last time they had a 1,000-yard rusher?
Kareem Hunt, maybe.
Kareem Hunt
had 728 last year. Pacheco had 310. So combined,
Jamal Charles was probably their last really good running back that they had. That was
Pacheco in 23 had 935. Pacheco in 22 had 830. It's been a minute before they had what anybody would consider to be a good, like an elite running back. That's not part of the game for them. It just isn't.
They haven't needed an elite running back.
No, but
because they've had the weapons everywhere. They just need a serviceable running back, somebody that can get them 800-900 yards a season.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt with Alex Smith. That was the last time. 13-27. That's the last time they had a 1,000-yard rusher was Kareem Hunt in 2017.
But in my opinion here,
8 years ago.
But in my opinion here, Mahomes is running like 10 to 12 times a game now. That is way too fucking much. He's gonna get hurt.
He never gets touched.
I know, but
he does it right.
Every year it feels like he has an ankle injury. Towards the end of the year, there's some shot or injection. I was at the Super Bowl when they, juiced him up at halftime.
Yeah, but that's everybody, Ross. That's everybody. Everybody in the fucking league that gets into the playoffs is dealing with that same shit. Nobody just goes into the playoffs and is like, well, we're 100% healthy.
Right.
It just doesn't happen in this league. It's impossible. And you just hope that your quarterback doesn't have something that like really fucks him up. So everybody's getting some kind of injection or getting fucking fluid drained from a knee or everybody's taking fucking Toradol. It's just the way it is, man. Everybody's going to be fucking banged up. And if he can, like Mahomes took a big hit in that game too. I don't know if you saw when he tried to run for that first down.
He got crushed, and
crushed.
Well, I mean, he's definitely so right now he's on pace to carry the ball 108 times this year. 108 is your second string running back.
Yes, it is. I mean, that's crazy, dude.
108.
But that's because he's getting pressured a lot too. So he's having to escape the pocket. And he says, fuck it, I'll just run it. There was that play at the end of the game where they needed a fucking stop and they couldn't get a stop. And he's got receivers going deep and he's got the middle of the field wide open. So he just runs it. Like that's a smart quarterback. He's just going to take that easy run. You know what I mean? So he doesn't he's really good at managing the hits that he's going to take. And so the competitor in him will force him to like fucking lower his shoulder sometimes when he probably shouldn't. Where he should just take the fucking slide and take the yards. But, he's a competitor. But, I mean.
I don't know that it's true that the Chiefs aren't running the ball. So right now, Mahomes is on pace for 629 yards. Pacheco is on pace for 600-ish. And then Kareem Hunt is on pace for 500. That's 1,700 yards rushing. Good. That's 1,700 yards rushing as a team, not to mention whatever else comes from end arounds and all that other shit. They're going to get 1,800 to 1,900 yards rushing out of their team this year. That's not nothing.
I can't remember, though, a team with not having a rusher breaks 60 yards a game in a long time that.
Yeah, you do. Lamar Jackson's teams.
Well,
because his running backs were hurt 3 years in a row before Derrick Henry got there every year.
But he runs, he had 1,000 yards rushing last year. Like that, he is the definition of a running quarterback.
He's quite a bit different than any other quarterback that's in the league.
Right.
Josh Allen can do it, but doesn't need to.
Well, maybe he does. And I guess I just want to go around the horn real quick. Let's throw out our picks from the pre-prediction show because I picked the Chiefs. I think, you picked the Lions and the Broncos and somebody else. Bob, I'll include you in this.
I'm pretty sure I picked the Chiefs, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, but who is it? Who is like today in Week 7? Who would you pick to win the Super Bowl? I honestly have zero idea. Like, I think if you gave me all the 3 receivers for Tampa Bay back, I would love to say Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. But those guys keep getting fucking hurt. All top 3 wide receivers are now out again. And he's, magically getting through these games and what is appearing to be an MVP run for him this year. Who is the team that you would pick? I would have said Buffalo. But then they got blown out by the Falcons. They've lost 2 in a row now, and to not very good teams. And I mean, the Patriots are fine, I guess. But in that last loss. But who is it? Who would be your Super Bowl pick today?
Oh man!
If I had to pick today, based on the last 2 weeks, I think I'd have to pick Kansas City.
Which is wild because they're what 2-2 or 3-3 now? 3-3.
Yeah, but they're like I said, the season the real season doesn't start till November.
Yeah, it's hard to say right now.
So what I would have to do with the gun is, can I wait till November?
Yeah. No, you can't, Derek. I'm going to kill you right now. I need to know your answer.
What I would tell you is, if I had to pick somebody right now, I think probably the Steelers.
Oh, that pick I actually really like.
Yeah,
because we were going to get into them in a.
The turnover differential is elite for them. Their defense is playing crazy, and they've figured out how to play Drew Brees style football during that 2009 championship in Pittsburgh. With better receivers than he had, by the way, at the time. And not that I think he and Rodgers are probably on the same level talent-wise at this point in their career. Because it wasn't Brees like 38 or 39. That year was later in his career. I think Pittsburgh has got a really good inside track, especially because, I mean, they got to get past the Chiefs. No matter if the Chiefs just get into the playoffs, that's a threat no matter what, right?
But if you're playing at home and the Steelers are 4-1 right now, that playing in Pittsburgh is tough. Dan and I have been to games there. Obviously, you've played there, Derek.
And they're going to have home field because they're going to play the Bengals again, they're going to play the Ravens again, and they're going to play the Browns again, and they're going to lose approximately 0 of those games.
Yeah.
Right? That's 3 more wins, not including the other games they have. They're going to be a 13-4 team or 14-3 maybe. Right, if things go well.
I think that's a great pick.
That's the number 1 seed, unless the Colts are in a similar position, but the Jaguars are right on their tail. That's the difference. There's nobody on Pittsburgh's tail right now. Nobody. It's like being a fucking Buccaneers fan.
And the more that Rodgers gets familiar with these guys, because let's not forget, he just started there in the summer. And it's not like he came in spring or anything else. Like, I mean, he just got in. I don't even know if he knows the entire playbook yet. How does that work out, Derek? When a quarterback, a veteran quarterback, comes in July, because I think he signed in July. How difficult is it for him to truly know all the plays up until week 7, where we're at now?
Well, the thing is though, is that every week they install different plays. So you don't need to know the entire playbook. You just need to know this week's playbook.
Okay. Interesting.
That's what you need to know. You need to know this week's game plan is what you need to know. So it's not like, oh, I got to learn this whole entire, like he had all of training. Training camp is long and there's a lot of shit that, like, it's not just practice. You go walkthroughs and fucking meetings, and like it's every day you're putting in 9 hours of fucking like field film and walkthrough.
Darkness retreats.
Yeah. You're watching film and you're fucking going through the playbook. So I bet he's got like at least 80% of that playbook down. And then it's just about, like, you see it every week. He's putting together better drives, and he's putting together like winning drives, you know what I mean? Game winning drives and game sealing drives. And it's because he understands the fucking game plan that week. And he knows what kind of plays to expect. And a lot about being a quarterback. I was never a quarterback, so I'm just saying what I saw with Peyton. Peyton knew what to expect, what the calls were going to be, right? So therefore he knew when he could check down and when he could check out of that play and can that play. Can means to change it to the other direction, stuff like that, you know. And that's where like young quarterbacks struggle because they don't understand the system and what the offensive coordinator's mindset is going into, like, hey, if you see this, check out of it and run because usually a quarterback goes into a cadence with 3 options to run, like 3 different plays. If it's an RPO, you have a run pass option, and then you can that play and take it to the other direction. So you basically have 4 different plays within that 2-play system. So there's a lot to understand there, and you can see that he's a veteran and he gets it.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when you put a guy on a team that believes in him, and that doesn't just like. It was almost good for him to go to New York and fuck up and have that just. It was good for his ego to get just knocked down a step, and he has to kind of prove himself again.
The same exact thing happened to Favre. I mean, it's almost an identical career, just with a different team swapped out. Instead of Minnesota, it's Pittsburgh. And yeah, look, they look fantastic. Bob, who would you pick out of this group?
I like the Chiefs, man. I think they're more talented than last year, and like they're just the guy. What have they been to, like 5 straight Super Bowls? Like they know how to win in January and February.
Well, Rashee Rice is coming back this week. That is monstrous.
That's something. They have the same problems they had in that Super Bowl where they got beat up, which is their offensive line is a little tanked right now. And you know, say what you want about Chris Jones, that was a lapse in effort and judgment. I don't think that's a problem, to be honest. That dude's done enough.
Yeah, well, he thought he was down. He thought that guy. Yeah. He thought he was down.
Yeah, people know who he is. He's a lunatic when it comes to pass pursuit. Nobody thinks he was fucking sloughing the play. They just think he made a dumb decision and didn't listen for the whistle. Like I said, shit happens sometimes, and it costs them the game. But I don't think anybody in their locker room is worried about that. I think the thing they're worried about
he doesn't take snaps off.
Yeah.
Like he stays his ass on the fucking field. So in that moment, he's like, oh, he's down.
Yeah. And then I think their biggest issue is going to be offensive line.
Heading forward.
Yeah, which is probably why they're not doing a good job of running the ball. And back to the Eagles, probably why they're not either. Lane Thomas has been banged up this year. They've had another guy that's been off and on banged up this year. And continuity on the offensive line is one of the most important things for a functional football team. We always talk about the quarterback and his receivers being synced up. That can't happen unless the fucking offensive line is continuously on the field together, performing together. The pulls, the draw plays, the fucking everything that happens after the snap can only happen if they do their fucking jobs, and they can only do their jobs if they're moving in unison sometimes. So that's an issue. I think that's the biggest problem with the Eagles. I think we're over-complicating and over-diagnosing this stuff. It's just consistent offensive line play enables everything else that happens on the field.
Yeah, and then
and these games are won and lost in the trenches.
No.
It all starts up front, and it's as an offensive line, your job is to try to assert dominance in the run game, because now you're a two-dimensional team. If you can run the ball, you can always throw the ball, right? It's always there. That passing game is always going to be there, like even because you can catch the ball and throw it, and it doesn't. There's no you take the pass rush out of that, so you're just throwing short little hitches and shit, but if you're a defensive line, your job is to stop that fucking run game. If you can stop the run game, make them one-dimensional, now you've taken out an entire section of their playbook.
That's right.
And now you've made them more predictable.
Yeah, and then if you're trying to if you're trying to run 13 play, 14 play, 6-minute drives, you got to get 4 first downs, right? Or big chunk plays, but you got to get 4 first downs. If you're only converting on 60% third down wise, because you can't make that third and short or that third and long, that 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 with a short pass because they're fucking sitting on it. Even if you make it 60, 70% of the time, that other time is the one first down you don't get to get into scoring position. You know what I mean? That's the fucking difference between winning and losing.
As a defense, that's what we always talk about going into a game is let's try to hold them to 60%.
Yep.
Yeah.
60% success on that, which is crazy to think. Like that's some people are like, well, that's kind of a high number. Well, not really.
I just did the math for you. You got to get 4 or 5 first downs to score if you start at the 20-25.
Oh yeah,
right. That's just math.
Yeah,
and if you can stop it, 40% of the time, you can stop them from scoring more than 3.
Yeah,
great. These days in the NFL, like the other
fucking 60-yarders are getting ridiculous.
The other night it was like 53 yards, and they're like, 53-yarder, kick it. Boom.
No,
it's not even a conversation anymore.
It's not. It's getting wilder. We'll move on to the Broncos here, Derek. What is wrong with the Broncos? They're 4-2. And it's another team that it seems weird to say what's wrong with you, but they have not looked great this year. Bo Nix has not looked great, but they're pulling out these weird victories. This was 13-11, and maybe the most miserable NFL game I've ever seen in my life.
Well, we went to one of the
their fucking defense. Their defense is playing lights out football. Like it's just lights. They had 9 sacks.
Yeah,
they're going to crush the sack record. They're going to fucking smash it. And they might have another. Nick Bonito might win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, it certainly appears it. And by the way, Justin Fields is broken. Like
they've got 30 sacks.
They
have 30 sacks in 6 games. 5 sacks.
That's
fucking game.
Crazy.
That is insane. The next highest team is Pittsburgh and Seattle at 20. God, they're 10 ahead of the next guy. I mean, that is a wild statistic. I don't know what the biggest gap. And by the way, they played at the Eagles, at the Chargers, who at the time were healthy and had a great running game, at the Colts, who at the time still has a great running game, great offense in general. It's not like they've been beating up on losers. They played good teams, and they're putting up these fucking numbers.
I know, man.
You look up and down this defense, and you don't like Bonito. Certainly, people got to pay attention to this fucking dude. Singleton's great. There's a lot of really good players on here, but it's nobody that you're hearing about all the time. Like you're not turning on ESPN and they're talking about Nick Bonito, although they fucking should be. Right? You just don't hear about there's. It's not like there's a TJ Watt that people are just constantly talking about on the Broncos, but this team defense and their defensive scheme is fucking elite. It's the best in the NFL.
If they could pull the offense together,
they don't have to do much.
And they don't have to do much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, it kind of reminds me of the year you won the Super Bowl, Derek. If they can just pull it together and maybe get 20 points a game, they've got a shot. But I don't know what's going on with the offense. Have you heard anything?
I still think they're figuring out the offense. In my opinion, I feel like they are. I think they're still figuring out.
They're trying to find their identity.
Yeah, how to use Dobbins and get Harvey in there as well. They're about at a 3-to-1 ratio between first and second string, which is normal right now. I think they're trying to work. Like Harvey's got 16 receptions this year already. Mm-hmm. He's got 16 receptions in 6 games. He's going to get 40 catches this year. Their number 2 running back.
Put him in more.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
You're working him in at speed right now, and you have Bo Nix, who's 3 years into the league. And last year was like a real season for him. You know what I mean?
I think it's only his second year, right?
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. 2 years
into
the league,
yeah.
Yeah, and then you have, they don't have great receivers. They have good ones. They need a number 1. I mean, look, the best case scenario for the Broncos going into next season, by the way, not to get ahead of ourselves, but is to get a late first, early second round wide receiver.
Superstar wide receiver, yeah.
That right there with the defense they have is going to put them over the top. But anyways, back to this season in particular, I think they're still figuring out their identity. Don't panic on these guys because they are. No. It's you can speak to this, Derek. Winning those close games. No, even if it's ugly, gives you confidence later in the year. You're like, I don't give a if we're within 7 points, we could fucking win this game. It's how people that play with Baker Mayfield now.
Yeah.
It's how people have always felt with Tom Brady and with fucking Patrick Mahomes, with Breeze, people like that, the great ones. They always feel like they can win the game. If your whole team feels like that, that's a superpower sometimes.
Yeah, that's Dan, that's exactly right. Because even that 2015 Super Bowl team, our offense could be atrocious at times, like fucking atrocious, and we didn't care. We were like, good, we get to go win the game now. That's how we looked at it. We couldn't fucking wait. We were standing on the fucking sideline, foaming at the mouth, hoping for a fucking interception so we go back on the field. Yeah. Whereas a lot of teams are like, oh, another fucking interception, we got to go back out again. We couldn't fucking wait to get back on the field, and that's what this defense reminds me of. They can't wait to go back out there. It's like a race to the fucking quarterback every time they step on the field.
Yeah, the gang tackle thing from the Ravens.
Last year they were switch cheese in the run game. Last year they were getting the fucking ball ran on them, and they're not doing that anymore. They have figured out how to stop the run. They've got the amount of guys that they have on that defense who are like above average is incredible. Like even there's no drop off when the backup comes in.
No, they're giving up 89 yards rushing a game. 89 yards rushing, Jesus 165 Christ. Or so passing.
I mean,
that's
insane.
And 15.5 points or so.
Yeah. But they pulled it out.
As long as the offense does it, as long as the Broncos offense doesn't lose them the game, they'll keep winning games. Because as long as you don't lose the game with turnovers and shit like that and penalties and dumb shit, keep a drive alive and then just keep good field position for the defense, you'll win games. You're going to win them. They might look ugly like this. Like, fuck, the year we won the Super Bowl, we almost lost to Cleveland. We won a game against Cleveland like that. We won a game against the Chicago fucking Bears who sucked really close like that just because we weren't able to score the kind of points that we were used to scoring. So we had to hold them to fucking 11, 12 points to win.
Well, that's what's happening now. Justin Fields, again, looks broken. It is possible to get drafted by just horrific teams and to just get shattered. 9 sacks in this game. I mean, he looks out of his wits, scared. Like, I would too, but this is now the second team in a row he's been on, which is like this. I don't think this guy can be fixed, unfortunately, and it sucks. But it's a lot of quarterbacks, I think, over the years go to the wrong teams, and that's where you get drafted to. Speaking of that, we'll look at the next team. The Colts are 5-1. Daniel Jones was at the Giants all those years. They fucking sucked ass. Now he's the starter here. They are 5-1. I don't give a shit that the Cardinals have a backup quarterback. He played pretty goddamn well, actually, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett is he can start.
Really good quarterback.
Yeah, he can start in the NFL. It just depends on the team he's on.
And they, still had another victory here. Chargers ended up coming back in this. They're now 4-2. They look like dog shit in the last 2 games. They didn't look great in this game. Ended up coming back the last second kick there. Patriots, 5.5-point favorites. Barely covered that by 0.5 point down in New Orleans down there.
Drake May looks good, though. Efficient.
He does.
Yeah. Not concerned.
This is the team that I thought it was going to be before the season started, so they're starting to turn it on.
They're also 3-0 on the road, even though it's been not necessarily against the best teams in the world. That's discipline. That's Vrabel. That's the effect of having a great coach like Dan Campbell or Vrabel or Andy Reid or something like that. You win tough games on the road.
Steelers continue to roll. 4-1 there. Panthers, surprisingly, are at 3-3. Beat the Cowboys. And Bryce Young, man, is quietly just been getting better and a little better and a little better. And he actually might be the guy. I have a hard time believing that Carolina will actually ever get a good team back together again, but who knows? He had another 3 touchdowns in this game, and, he's turning it around there. 10 touchdowns on the season for him.
He's having by far the best season of his career right now.
Yeah, well, I think he's in year 3 there? Yeah. So, the Cowboys are the Cowboys here. I love to see it. It'll never get old to me in the States, and, God, they're awful. Next up is, who do we got? Seahawks, Jaguars. Whew.
A tough game.
Tough game, dude.
That's a tough road win for the Seahawks. I was very impressed with this.
I was too. You're going all the way across the country.
Jags have been playing well. Sam Darnold and fucking Jackson Smith and Jigma look really good together.
Jesus Christ. He's on pace for 1,900 yards, that fucking guy.
It's not just the two of them, by the way. The running game for Seattle has been negligible, in my opinion. But don't forget they got Cooper Kupp over there as well, right?
I know.
And this is a playoff team for sure.
Yeah, and look, I said on this show during the draft that Jackson Smith and Jigma was a slot receiver, and I thought he'd be a slot receiver in the NFL. He's actually proving to be a true wide receiver number 1, which is crazy to me because he wasn't that in college. He was a slot guy, and God damn, is it working there? I mean, he's on pace to break every fucking record in the history of the Seahawks.
Yeah, he had 1,130 yards last year with fucking Geno.
Yeah.
So obviously it was going to be better this year.
See, totally, but not double.
Yeah,
especially when you have 1,130 yards. I mean, Jesus Christ. The Rams, dude. Rams are quietly putting a great season together here. I know the Ravens are hurt, but still, they're 4-2. Stafford is Stafford, and you got 2 great wide receivers there and a great running back. The Rams have a decent shot in the NFC.
You just described exactly why, too. Their run game is okay. Kyron Williams is good. Blake Corum is a good second heavy guy to run. But they have Devonta Adams and Puka Nacua, but they also have Tyler Higbee and Kyron Williams is catching a lot of passes. I think he's second or third on the team in receiving.
He's great, dude, and he's great in fantasy this year.
So there's not a lot of teams out there that have a true number 1 receiver and 2 very good receivers behind him. It's rare now in the NFL. Usually, like Cincinnati's got 2 great dudes. Obviously, when they're healthy, the Buccaneers do. There's a couple teams out there, but most teams either have a number 1 and then a very steep drop off, or they don't have a number 1. They've got a bunch of number 2s. You know what I mean? This is a team that has that and always has a good defense. The Rams
I would not want to face them in the playoffs in any fucking round whatsoever, home or away. Next up is the Packers. I know the Packers won this game, but it really wasn't that impressive. I mean, they had to score 17 points in the fourth quarter and come back against the Bengals. Flacco, that would have been hilarious, though, for Flacco to beat Green Bay twice in 1 year. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, has that ever happened? Has a quarterback ever beat a team
traded
twice
in the same
from
year?
2 different teams?
I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah, it has to have happened at some point.
Yeah, but entertaining game. I still don't know what to really think of the Packers. I mean, you look at, 2 weeks ago? It was that 40-40 tie against the Cowboys. God, these games are really fucking difficult this year. Buccaneers continue to fucking roll at 5-1.
This one was not difficult,
man,
in my opinion.
It is nuts. Just give Baker Mayfield the MVP right now and call it a day. I didn't even know any of those 3 receivers who were in the game with him.
This game was only 2.5. Like that's just even with the receivers out, disrespectful. The 49ers going.
It's the only game I won in the NFL.
Going west to east like that with all the injuries the 49ers have, plus a backup, even though Mac Jones isn't playing well, plus a backup quarterback. The Buccaneers should have been 4.5, minus 4.5. Mm-hmm. But even they would have still blown that spread out, but that's what it should have been.
Yeah,
to be honest. But I thank you, Vegas, for the 2.5. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to complain about it.
You're fine with it, but the next one was the Chiefs-Lions. I teased this up to 9.5 for the Lions, and they still fucking lost.
Chiefs 2.5.
I know. And
that was the easiest pick this whole week. I
did not think so. Yeah. I really believed in the Lions, and I thought they were going to come out here and play really fucking tough football. And even then, I teased it up to 9.5 points. So even if they lost, I was like, all right, well, the Chiefs never win by more than one score. And then, boom, they end up winning by 13.
Wait until you see what it is this week.
Who are they playing this week?
Just wait.
Okay. Bills, Falcons. Look, there's been some conspiracies online going against me saying that I'm betting against my own team in hopes that they'll win. That is not true. I really don't believe in Penix. I simply don't know what's going on with the fucking Bills. This was in a 13-point teaser, Derek,
I can tell you right now,
and I lost this game by half a point.
I can tell you right now what's going on. The Bills are giving up 156 rushing yards per game. That's what's going on. You cannot win like that. The other teams that are doing that, the Cowboys, the Bengals, the Bears, the Dolphins, cannot win like that. But you can't let the other team, one, get that much yardage, but two, control that much of the goddamn clock and expect to win. Because that means what we're talking about with these percentages, having to get 4 first downs in a drive to get into scoring position most of the time. You, statistically speaking, you narrow the ability you have to score every minute you're not on the field. Statistically, right? Every one, even a percentage of a possession less, every percentage of a possession less is less points you're going to be able to score in the game. That's just how it is.
I know. I know.
And the inverse is that the other team being on the field more increases their opportunities for scoring. You cannot give up 150 fucking yards rushing a game. You can't do it.
Josh Allen, though, also looked terrible in this game. He was 15 of 26, 2 picks. They couldn't score the fucking ball. I mean, I was absolutely stunned by this. This is no conspiracy. They're good. It's a decent defense.
Atlanta's leading the league in yards allowed.
And defense.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
What's the problem here, Derek? What's the problem in Buffalo with the offense?
I think it's the fact that their defense is getting cooked. And their offense is Josh Allen's going out there thinking he has to make some fucking miracle play.
A lot of stress.
And he's making mistakes.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, Atlanta's given up 140 passing yards a game.
Yeah, we drafted a shit ton of cornerbacks in the first round.
Here's who they played, by the way. The Buccaneers, the Vikings, the Panthers, who have had they didn't score 1 point.
No, the Falcons lost to the Panthers 30-0 2 weeks ago.
And that even with that, they still, and the Redskins and the Bills, all of those teams have good quarterbacks. Yeah. Well, the Vikings don't. I guess they kind of do right now. He's all right. But yeah, all the other teams they played have good quarterbacks, and they're leading the league in passing yards allowed, and it's ridiculously low. 140 yards a game.
Yeah,
that's
ridiculous.
That's like Ohio State.
I know.
In college, you don't see that shit in the NFL.
But they did load up on DBs in the draft, and they've been doing this for the last, let's call it 2 to 3 years.
Not just the DBs, though. That now makes that front 7 way more dangerous than they otherwise would have been, because they've got that extra second or 2 to fucking get to the quarterback, and that's why Josh Allen looked like shit. That's why. He had a second or 2 less.
Stunned by this game. Thank you, Drake London, though, for winning me my fantasy team game. I had one guy left, and I needed 30 points out of him. And, ESPN gives you that. You have a 1% chance to win this game. Drake London had 31 fucking fantasy points for me, and I got a 1-point victory in Drinkin Bros Sports. Last but not least, the Bears and the Redskins. I couldn't figure out this spread, and I was like, the Redskins are going to fucking win. And I ended up going the other way, teasing that up to 18.5 for the Bears. But the Bears just flat out won the fucking game in the end, which is surprising to me. The Redskins are now 3-3. What's their issue right now? I know Jaden Daniels was out for a game, but
they just, I don't know, they look all out of sorts, to be honest. They are the defense is just okay. They're in the bottom third of the league in yards allowed. They're not doing a great job. They're giving up 235 yards passing a game, which is amongst the worst in the league. which means that it can tell you a lot of things. You got to watch the games to be able to tell, but it's people like to blame the secondary. It's almost always that the front seven's not getting enough pressure on the quarterback. The front seven getting pressure on the quarterback, that's what shuts down.
Rush and coverage have to work together.
Yeah.
The rush and the coverage have got to work together.
No.
But I think going back to what I said at the top of the show and how horrific I've been in the NFL this year, I think the move is just adding more points to some of these teams and taking the ones with the bigger spreads. All of these bigger spreads have hit, and the lines are so fucking thin. There was like maybe 6 games that were decided by a half a point as far as the spread goes this year. I'm sorry, this last week in the NFL. I'm curious what the average margin of victory is in the NFL this year. What do we got for that, Bob?
Shouldn't be hard to find.
No, let's see.
For 2025, I'm getting like playoff stats here.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, it was 4.1, I think, last year. It feels closer this year for some reason, and it's been very strange. It's been very hard to bet, but I think I can get this turned around this week here. I'll go into the sponsors while you look that up. Obviously, mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros will double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. I'm going to need that rake back after this NFL beating I took. And thank you, MyBookie, for doing that. So if you're a day one homie, and also, man, if you're trying to fucking rebet the Super Bowl, and one of your favorite teams is the Steelers or the Rams or somebody like that, the Buccaneers, go ahead and give it a flyer right now. The odds are tremendous. And none of these guys have really fucking short odds anymore. So, yeah, go ahead and hit that up. College football odds are brand new as far as national championships due to the movement in college football this week. We're going to do that show tomorrow, Dan and I. Shit ton of things to bet on. Dodgers again. Dodgers Mariners, man. They're fucking dominating. They look like they're heading on pace to play each other in the World Series. I mean, we're in full fucking swing here, gambling-wise, guys. It's been awesome. One in baseball, which is great. One in college football. Been terrible in the NFL, though. And I hope to turn that around this week. So go to mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit up to $1,000. Next up, drinkinbrostickets.com. You want tickets to any of these games. Most of them are pretty fucking cheap. Let's say you want to go to the Browns game. Take your family. $30. $30 for a ticket to the Browns. Take your family and go see Browns Dolphins if you want to. Me personally, I wouldn't show that to my kids. It's kind of like showing them graphic anal or like on a gang bus or something, like a bang bus, because the Browns are terrible to watch. But you got a 1-5 team, a 1-5 team. If you got kids, though, it's fun. They'll enjoy it. And you got concerts. Shit, the Harry Potter fucking tickets were on there, for Christ's sakes. So we got everything over there on drinkinbrostickets.com. $10 cheaper than StubHub. Last but not least, we got hardafseltzer.com. Keep buying out those stores in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Auburn University. They're stocking back up for the weekends. Auburn's been playing pretty tough every single goddamn game, and both of those stadiums, having just gone there, are 90,000 plus. And take it to the tailgate. Enjoy it, dude. Fraternities are starting to buy them out as well. That will help get us into 3,000 stores in the Southeast. Had a meeting with Circle K this morning. So far, so good over there. Keep buying those guys out. And then, Tall Boys are now available in Tampa, the Tampa Bay area. So if you're down in Tampa, go. Albertsons is restocking up in Idaho and Montana. I don't know what's going on in Idaho and Montana, but those motherfuckers drink, dude.
Yeah, nothing. That's why they drink.
Holy shit. Albertsons just placed another 3,000 case order today, and I was like, God damn. I mean, for like Idaho. There's only like a 1.5 million population for the entire state.
Yeah, and they're all drunk right now.
It's awesome, dude. I love it. Cheers, you guys. Thank you. And then shout out to Illinois. I was there over the weekend with some investors, and you guys are doing a kick-ass job for us in the stadium there. We're in every other kiosk if you're trying to get the orange. And then all the stores in the store locator are correct. I went to each of them. One we bought out for a tailgate, and the rest of them are wide open. The orange is there. They're still in a 6-pack. It's one of my favorite flavors. We're hoping to take it nationally here. We'll see what happens with the Circle K deal. But go to hardafseltzer.com today, enter your city or zip in the store locator, and it'll take you to the closest location nearest you. All right, let's get to the Thursday game here. Steelers at the Bengals. This is Steelers minus 5.5. Derek, who you got?
I'll take the Steelers there, 5.5.
D'Anthony?
Yep.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I mean, it might be.
I think they should beat this team by 10 points. Yeah. They should.
It might be useful to take that under as well. Bengals
44.5.
The Bengals are having all sorts of trouble scoring right now, and the Steelers are not having trouble keeping people from scoring.
Mm-hmm.
So 44.5, I think. And it's the way the Steelers play. They have a very efficient offense, not super explosive. I think under 44.5 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet this is like a 21-10 game or something like that.
Like 2013 or some shit like that, yeah.
Do you jack up the over then if you were doing a teaser on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up. Don't go down.
Yeah.
Because it could be fucking 10-3 too.
I know.
To be honest.
I know. I would take this up to 51.5, and then in the NFL, even with a backup quarterback, do you not cross the zero here, or do you jack this up to 12.5? And then take the Bengals.
No, I mean, not with Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and fucking T. Higgins on the field. Anything can happen.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. No.
So
because you're going so far in that direction now, go up.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's going to be the biggest switch here for the rest of the season for me personally, gambling wise, is just taking the highest spreads possible because none of these games are blowouts, and it's rare if it is. Shit, the Chiefs was a shocker to me, and that was the only one last week. Next up is Rams at. I'm taking the Steelers, by the way, as well. Next up is Rams at the Jaguars, sort of. When I say at the Jaguars, they play in London more than I feel like Man U plays. Like it's fucking insane, man. Those guys are over there every week.
They want to move them. Like. They want to move them there.
I know, but they're
going to keep playing them there. Build a fan base. Build a true fan base there.
Do Muslims like football?
NFL.
Do Muslims like football over there?
If it was up to me, we'd wipe every flag. Never mind.
That's why I asked. I knew I was getting that answer. It's a hard one. Every one of these fucking Sunday games has been dog shit, and they've all been by a field goal or less, I feel like. And then here we are. Rams minus 3.5 against the Jaguars in London. Where do you go with this?
Under 44.5.
This is one of those games where I think that Jacksonville surprises you and they fucking win.
I know. That wouldn't shock me either. And I don't know how to bet these London games at all.
If you're a degenerate gambler and you want to do some wild shit, this is one where I would take Jacksonville just because they fucking might pull it out, and they're pretty comfortable playing over there. Like they've got the whole system figured out. Think about how far LA has to go to get to that game.
Oh my God, dude. I didn't even consider that. Holy shit. You're right. So what do? You practice and then what day do you get on a flight to go over there?
I mean, I'm sure they're going. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I know that the Broncos, the way they did is after they played Philly, they jumped right on a plane and went straight over there.
Wow, man, that's not great. I might jack this up to 10.5 for the Jags, and then jack up that under to 51.5. Bet the whole goddamn thing because none of these are high scoring over there. You remember a game being over 51.5 over in London?
No, I don't, and I'll tell you.
I bet the Rams did the same thing because they were just in Baltimore. So I bet they just fucking jumped on a plane and went straight over to London.
In 23 and 24, I haven't really paid attention this year, but I think it's 2-0 so far. The under the 6 games played in 2023 and 2024 in London.
Yeah.
In 23, it was 3-0 to take the under, and in 24, it was 2-1 to take the under.
All right.
So 5-1 over the last 2 seasons.
Last week was 13-11.
Last week was under as well, so at least 6-1.
Yeah.
Odds. Yeah, give me the under 44.5.
Yeah.
That is the best bet you can make on this game.
That's where I'm going as well, and I'll jack that up both ways just because I'll be up with the kids. I want to watch it. I don't have to travel this weekend, and
that's crazy that it's that fucking much.
It is. It's nuts, man.
God.
Next up is Saints Bears. Oh my. This is Chicago minus 4.5.
What's that? What is it? 988.
Yeah, Bob. Suicide hotline. Is it 988?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna need it for the next couple of games.
Call it.
Yeah.
Call it because there's if you bet on this, man, there's shit going on inside
I'm
you.
not touching this.
No.
Not just that, but then Dolphins Browns is the next one, and then Patriots Titans.
And then the Titans just fired their coach.
I would take you could take New England in this one.
Yeah, you could definitely take New England. They'll win this game by fucking 13.
It's 7.5. But let me ask you this, Derek. When you have a new coach, because we're skipping the Browns and Dolphins as well. It's fucking dumb. When you have a new coach, do you think that you get up for the new guy and you're excited? The owner just came out yesterday and said, "I believe in Cam Ward. I know he's having a dog shit season. We're going to stand behind this guy. We're not going to rush."
We don't know what Cam Ward's doing because he has no talent on the field other than Tony Pollard's good, but there's nobody blocking for him. Nobody's calling good plays. There's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, we don't know how good Cam Ward is yet, or if he's in the process of being irreparably harmed.
Which every quarterback that's gone there has been. So, yeah, I mean, have you entered a situation where a coach got fired mid-season? Like, have you ever been involved in that, and then you had to play for a new guy?
Never mid-season.
Okay.
Never mid-season.
Because in college, usually when it happens, they magically get up the next game like the UCLA coach, and then they win 2 in a row.
It's kind of that way in the – I mean, you'd have to go back and look, but it seems to me like in the NFL, that kind of – it kind of could go both ways. The team could say, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to just protect myself for next year. And I'm not going to kind of play. I'm not going to really play hard. Let's just try to lose as many games as we fucking can.
NFL teams
try to get a high
are 16 and 21 since 2000, the week after their coach gets fired.
All right, what are they?
See,
16 and 21.
Okay.
There's no new coach.
Bet New England.
All right.
Bet New England here. Vrabel's got those guys wanting to play run through brick walls. So
yeah, and they're starting to use Stephon Diggs finally, and it seems like they're figuring it out.
This is a bump, by the way. So this is shady data in some ways. So they're 16 and 21, which is 44.7% winning percentage. Their collective winning percentage prior to that game was 28%. So it's a 20-point or a 15 or so point bump in winning percentage the next week. So that's something to consider, but it's not like they're doing well.
Right. Give me the New England in this. I'll bump this down 0.5 point, and I'll probably tease this both ways as well. Because that over-under 42.5, I'd jack that up and take the under because I don't know that the Titans score.
They may not, yeah.
I mean, it's been really rough sledding for Cam Ward and those guys. Next up is Raiders-Chiefs. Help me figure this one out, Derek. This is Chiefs minus 12.5. Is Geno Smith hurt? Is he out, Bob? They have a new quarterback? Okay, because that's a monstrous spread. And the Raiders, they've been competitive in these games. Genty finally broke out. So, the last time, I bet on the Chiefs Raiders. The Raiders covered, actually.
They usually do.
It's because it's in Kansas City.
It's also a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Like, this is always a rivalry game. I
don't like that.
12.5 points is way too fucking much.
Is Geno Smith playing, Bob?
I don't think so.
Who's their quarterback, then?
Yeah, he's active. Why wouldn't he be playing?
Why is the spread so high?
That is a good question.
I would think it's usually a hurt quarterback, but 12.5 in the NFL is a fucking insane amount. You remember that Saints game a few weeks ago at the Bills where it was 16.5? The Saints covered. I mean, shit, Bills only won that game by like 5 or 6 points. And do you take the Raiders in this? I kind of lean towards taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders at 12.5. Brock Bowers is questionable, but let me see. Let me check from today's info.
He usually plays, though. I don't. He's usually questionable up until the game, and then he usually plays.
He didn't play last week.
Oh, he didn't?
Nope.
Fuck.
Nope. No word. Let me look at him on fantasy because they'll say if he practiced today or not.
Yeah, but do you, Derek, you take the Chiefs in the points, or what do you do here? Or take the Raiders in the points?
I don't like it because it's a rivalry game.
I know.
And it's too many points. Can you tease that down to
You can tease it down to 5.5 if you want to, or 6.5, and that'll get you under a touchdown. You think the Chiefs win by a touchdown at least?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but then again, it's the fucking Raiders, man. It's a rivalry game.
I know.
Bowers is unlikely to play, it says.
Okay.
Yeah, so
yeah, I think I go up with this one, man, and I'll take the Raiders, dude, with the points. This is what's been burning me all year.
I don't know though, man. I do think Kansas City is fucking rolling right now, and they're they're going to come out there and at home and try to fucking put the beat down on the Raiders.
Look, I hope so. It's a true noon game there, and short week. Yeah. Give me the Raiders and the points in this one. I'm going to start really using these points because it has not worked otherwise this year. Next up, wow, what a fucking spread on this one. Eagles at the Vikings. Eagles -1.5. Whew. It's shit. Because isn't the backup playing? It's the Eagles' backup quarterback. Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz has been fine, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, he looked better than fucking McCarthy, for Christ's sake. So it's like, what do you do here? It's 1.5. Everything inside my body is saying, take the fucking Eagles, -1.5. But is this train off the fucking tracks?
Vikings number 2 pass defense in the NFL this year. Odd.
Very odd.
Not what I would have expected to see. I'm sure that's why this is where it is, because they can stack fucking box.
What's their run defense look like?
Run defense is middle third, but they can stack the box on the Eagles and make Jalen Hurts make plays. Yeah. And to be honest, that's an opportunity for the Eagles to change up the playbook a little bit and try to expose it. Like you're getting forced into a situation where you have to do what you should have been doing the whole goddamn time, which, by the way, is kind of how Sirianni operates as a coach. Mm-hmm. We see him like week after week sometimes, even during that Super Bowl run sometimes, just doing weird shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And all of a sudden, they get into a matchup where they have to do something different, and it starts working for them. Like, why didn't you do this 2 weeks ago, asshole? Right. But the NFL, it's a long, 17 games, long-ass season.
It is.
And they're also 4-2, so what the fuck ever.
I know.
I'm not going to complain about it.
I'm going to take the Eagles at -1.5.
I would too.
I've got to believe that they turn this around against the Vikings and a backup quarterback. That's where I'm headed with this one. Next up, another suicide watch game. Guys, there's no way you're betting on Carolina versus the Jets here. And it's Carolina -1.5 to an 0-6 Jets team, which is fucking bananas to me. An 0-6 team.
I would bet Carolina in this.
I would too. Chuba's coming back and Dowdle's lighting it up, and the Jets' run defense sucks this year. They're giving up 130 yards a game. I would say they're going to give up 150 plus on the ground in this game.
Okay,
but I'm not saying to bet it necessarily.
No,
you might want to take a look and see what. It's not a great week to bet it, but you can take a look and see what Dowdle and Chuba, their prop bets on rushing yards are. They probably will hit it, but they're going to be working Chuba back in to the lineup a little bit. So no, I wouldn't bet on him. I would bet on Rico.
Look, it's an entertaining game, and if you're up there for $60 a game, fucking A, you might as well do it. Now this one, I wasn't looking forward to. Now I am looking forward to it because of Jackson Dart and Scattaboo.
I'll be there.
Were you really? This is Giants at Broncos. This is Denver -7.5.
10-year anniversary of the Super Bowl, and they're putting Demaryius Thomas in the Ring of Fame.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Good.
He was one of my favorite players. God damn, that guy was one of the best receivers I've ever seen. He's awesome.
Even
man.
better person, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unbelievable person.
This is Denver -7.5. Derek, who you got?
I don't like that.
I don't either.
We're not scoring a lot of points on offense right now. I would take the Giants with that 7.5 because I think this is going to be a tight game.
I do too, and it seems like there's just this weird excitement between like there's something going on in New York where they're excited to play football, and you haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah. And it's these two guys,
Creatine
Jackson Dart.
bros,
yeah, dude, the creatine Caucasians.
Yeah. Still, I probably will take the under at 40.5, which seems crazy, but
that's a low under.
It is, but the Broncos defense is going to be so out of their minds for this game because all of these assholes are going to be on the field.
Yeah,
that like one of the best defensive units in the history of football is going to be on the field getting all pumped up before the game. They're going to be out of their mind. I think I'm going to take the under in this game.
Yeah, it'll be a fun game to watch. You're going to a good one there. Let us know how Scatabo looks in person and Jackson Dart.
Okay,
for real, because I don't think we've seen either of them in real life.
I'm excited. It's one of those games. I'm excited to watch those two guys and the energy that they bring.
Same,
and to see how defense responds to that. You know what I mean? Like, that because I know this defense right now is like these two young motherfuckers think they're gonna come in here and fucking run the football and fucking dance and do all this fucking white boy shit. No.
But give me the Giants, 7.5. Give me the points. I'm going points the rest of the year, I feel like. Colts at Chargers. This is Chargers at home, -2.5. We'll start with you, D'Anthony. Who you got in this one? It's a tough one, isn't it? Tickets are $30, by the way, in LA.
I'll take the Colts money line.
Okay. Derek, who you got?
I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts as well, man. I mean, they're on a roll. Both the running backs are out for the Chargers. Herbert's kind of has to do it on his own for right now.
They're also giving up 124 on the ground a game. Their pass defense is good. Pass defense for the Chargers very good. Daniel Jones is the kind of quarterback, not just who he is, but the style of play and shit that neutralizes that sort of thing. So I think the Colts win this game, and I think they win by a score or so. And
Jonathan Taylor's having an excellent year running back for the Indianapolis. 603 yards, almost averaging close to fucking 5.8 a carry there. So 7 touchdowns. Jesus Christ, what a season for him. So, yeah, give me the Colts in this one. Next up, you got Redskins at Cowboys, another rivalry game here. Tickets are $20. So if you're in Dallas and want to go to the game, it's $20. Have fun. It is Redskins -1.5. Over under, by the way. Woo! 55.5. That's just saying that's a college. That is a Maction bet right there. Jesus Christ. 55.5. I don't think I've seen it over that high in the NFL the entire season. Who you got in this one, Derek?
Yeah, it's going to be 34-30, and fucking somehow Dallas is going to win it. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a fucking gunslinging fucking. They're going to throw the fuck out of the football. Because think about it, the Redskins aren't rushing the passer great.
No, and the Cowboys have been putting up a lot of points. Their defense is fucking awful, obviously, but
one of the worst ever. Yeah, there's no way you should bet this game. I mean, you could even at 55.5, it might be worth taking the over, to be honest, because the Redskins defense is not being good either, especially against the pass. And Prescott's going to be throwing the ball all over, especially if they're fully healthy and my fantasy team can actually win a fucking game again, which it looks like they will, because. Shit, he's been how long has CeeDee Lamb been out? Like 4 weeks now, or this would be 4.
Who?
But he's
for who?
CeeDee Lamb.
Oh yeah,
he's supposed to be back. He's still questionable on the injury report, but he practiced today.
Okay,
and is like he should be back this week. Yeah, they're gonna score fucking 80 points in this game
probably. And if you're out there in Dallas, if you want to take the family to go for fucking $20, this is actually going to be a fun game. Yes, there's going to be a shit ton of scoring and everything else, and. I personally just don't bet it because I have no idea. My inclination is to take the Cowboys. Like that's what I was laughing when you said that, Derek, because what is right has been wrong this year and vice versa. So yeah, it feels like the Cowboys would win this game.
If you don't have a dog in the hunt, so to speak, for any of these afternoon games, if I had to pick one, that would be the one I watch.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. Like maybe I'll check in on the next one, Packers Cardinals, to see if the Packers are making progress and like playing better as a team together and shit like that. But this is the game no one's playing any defense in this game.
No. Next up is Packers Cardinals. This is Packers -6.5. How long is Kyler Murray out for?
He's 4.5 feet.
Okay. About 4.5 stretched out?
Yeah, like fully puffed
stretched
up, like
Army's up too.
You know how when you're at Disney with the kids and you're trying to get the height thing?
Yeah.
He's like, tell them take a deep breath.
Yep.
Get that extra inch.
So we can get you on the ride there.
I think I went on a Tron ride. I don't think Kyler Murray could have been on it.
No.
Dude, that Tron ride is sweet, isn't it?
It's pretty sick, yeah. I enjoyed it.
There's so much scene.
Did you do the Avatar one? Did you do the
Avatar? Oh, yeah, the
one?
Avatar one on top of that bird was good. And then what's the other one? The Guardians of the Galaxy one is the coolest ride I've ever done, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
that's
fucking
a good
sweet.
one.
Like there's a big moon in the middle of it that you circle around. It was pretty fucking sweet.
That's sweet.
Where'd you guys, Dan, where'd you guys stay?
Shit, I don't remember.
One of those Disney resorts?
Yeah, it was a nice one.
With a train that goes in and all that shit?
No, we weren't at that one, but that's the nicest one.
Got
the
it.
one with the train that's right next to Disney, yeah.
Yeah. Look, Packers this year have been wildly inconsistent against the spread, and Jesus, man. Jacoby Brissett put up some numbers. Luckily, this McBride guy for the tight end has been my fantasy tight end. He's been torching it this year. And it's been great, but I don't know that I trust the Packers enough at 6.5. Like, I know that sounds strange against a backup quarterback in Arizona, but man, I don't think I touch this game.
No,
too unpredictable.
Too unpredictable. Sunday night game. This is fun. So after the Falcons won, they asked Penix at the presser, "What's the difference here?" And he goes, "We're fucking legit. This is a fucking legit team." I think you'll find out on Sunday nights. They're at San Francisco. It's San Francisco -2.5. Who you got in this one? Because the Falcons were a field goal away from being 4-1 right now. So I think you find out if they're a legit team if they can go out to San Francisco.
Not only are they a field goal away from being 4-1, but if Penix can stop turning the fucking ball over, they're going to be tough to beat. Because the defense is fucking good. Well, and they have weapons.
Yeah,
they have Drake London and they got Bijan Robinson. Just stop turning the fucking ball over.
Kyle Pitts is I still believe in Kyle Pitts.
This is like 3, and Kyle Pitts is good too. This is a 3 or 4 years ago Buffalo Bills team. Not that he's anywhere close to Josh Allen.
Right.
I'm saying like they're at wide receiver and running back, they're more talented, and tight end, they're more talented than the Bills were at that point. Just stop turning the fucking ball over.
I know. And by the way, it appears Mooney's coming back this week for the Falcons.
And he's awesome, too.
That's a big boost for those guys.
And then they have fucking, what's his name? Ray McLeod, too, still, who's like, what's that dude's name? That white dude that was on all those, that was on the Buccaneers teams, that was always good. He would make one big play a game.
Yeah.
One big play every single game, including the playoffs with Brady that year. It's a white receiver. What the fuck was his name?
God damn it, I'm blanking on it. I always blank on the honky receivers.
Which one, Edelman or Welker?
No. On the Bucs.
Oh.
Who was the honky? They picked him up for a little bit. I know. I'm blanking on it, too. I'm still taking the 49ers in this game. I'm sorry. There's no conspiracy in this at all. I refuse to believe that that Penix himself, that's the only problem I really have with this team, that and the coach, but that Penix himself can go cross country and beat the 49ers at the 49ers on a Sunday nights. I don't give a shit who's in there for quarterback for the 49ers. Mac Jones has proved he can win. So if it's Purdy or Mac Jones, doesn't really matter to me. It's a system QB with Shanahan up there. So yeah, give me the 49ers -2.5. And it's simply because it's 2.5. It could be a field goal game. Who you got, Derek?
Yeah, I'm going to take San Francisco.
D'Anthony?
Under.
47.5. Yeah. I think that could be a safe bet as well. That's a big boy over-under right there.
That's too high.
Yeah. And then Monday nights. Are we just doing this now for the rest of the year? We're just doing double headers every Monday night? I love it. Don't get me wrong. That was one of the best quads I've ever had in my life on YouTube TV last Monday. 2 NFL games and then 2 MLB playoff games. I mean, Jesus Christ. I thought I died and gone to the 76 Virgins or whatever I was promised. This is Buccaneers at Lions. Lions -5.5. Whew, you're gonna give Baker 5.5 points here. I realize all 3 receivers are out for Tampa. And they're bound to lose one of these. Right?
They're going to lose this game. They're not going to lose it by 5.
Okay. So are you taking the 5.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Derek, who you got?
I'm taking the Bucs.
Really?
Yep.
Because of the points?
I believe in Baker. Because of the points and because I think Baker is going to keep this a tight game regardless. It's not going to be a touchdown game. Or a 2 field goal game. It's going to be a 3-point game, but I think Tampa's going to win it.
And they very well could.
The 3-0 on the road, and those 3 road wins are at Falcons, who are good, at Texans, who at the time they weren't very good. To be honest, now they're better. But at Seahawks 2 weeks ago, and the Seahawks can play. That going from Tampa to Seattle and winning that game, even in the fashion they did with the last minute field goal, still that's a big fucking road win. I believe in these guys on the road.
Yeah, and if you look at these wins, I just look at all their games, essentially, for Tampa. 23-20, win. 2019, win. 29-27, win.
Whether it's a win or a loss, though, it's that close
One
every
score
single
game.
time.
Every single time, except for the 49ers last week where they won by 11. But, yeah, I believe in Baker, man. Give me the points. This is what I fucked up on all year, and I'm going to start taking the points in these guys. I think this is probably a field goal game either way. It wouldn't shock me if the Lions did win this game. But as far as the points go, give me Baker plus the 5.5. And he is having a phenomenal year. 12 touchdowns, 1 interception on the year. I mean, with just 80 wide receivers that have been in and out over and over and over again, it's really impressive to see. Next up is Texans at the Seahawks. Texans appear to be turning around a little bit. C.J. Stroud finally had a good game here. They've won 2 straight. This is Seattle minus 3.5. These are very, very tight spreads here. Who you got, Derek?
I'm not touching this one. I don't like this one.
Yeah, it's
at Seattle on a Monday night, though. It is going to be electric in there. So,
yeah,
I guess if I have to pick one, I'll take Seattle because it's the home team, and I just don't believe in Houston. So, I would take Seattle.
So here's what I did.
Seattle should win by at least 2 field goals. Like they should. So.
I get you. And I'm looking at this from the MyBookie perspective here. When you bet 4 different things, the spread and the over-under, you can jack it up to 13 points either way. So give me the Texans plus 16.5.
Okay.
I'll take this over down to 28.5. And that Buccaneers game, that'll give me 18.5 for Baker. And then that'll drop that over-under down to 39.5 points, which I think they easily achieve. And I think that's where I'm going to go with the entire Monday night there. And just really take the points. This is what I've failed on all year, and I'm going to lean into all these fucking points and see if I can right the ship this year in the NFL. Dan, who do you got in this game? Texans, Seahawks.
Seattle. Probably take it to 3, just for round number's sake. But yeah, I'm comfortable. I think Seattle will win this game.
They look good, man. And how do you stop Jackson Smith and Jigma right now? That's the question. And I don't know that there's anybody on the Texans defense who can do it.
I mean, they've got a good core defense. Performance wise, it's been okay so far. So we'll see. As far as pass defense, I think they're 5th or 6th in the league, doing pretty well.
They're actually not giving up that many points this year.
No, 12.2, but that's also a function of some of the, like they played they shut out the Titans
and then the Ravens, yeah. But they did play the Rams and the Buccaneers.
Yeah, they lost.
And the Jaguars.
The Jaguars, they only gave up 17 though, so it's kind of artificially deflated numbers. The Rams only scored 14 against them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was week 1. Week 1 is basically a preseason game now, so don't read too much into that 12.2. Although they do have a solid defense.
Mm-hmm. Derek, appreciate you being here, brother. You look great, dude. How was the hunt?
It was an awesome hunt. I was on some big deer. Just couldn't seal the deal.
Yeah, that seems to be your problem, dude.
That dog don't hunt.
That dog don't hunt. Is what's I like to say.
Could have shot little bucks. But I was trying to kill a big one. And
you know what you need is Spartan Forge AI.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
Yeah. Well, yes, it is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's the best shit of all time. I swear to God, it's crazy how good it is.
Yeah.
So, Derek, maybe step it up, dude, because I feel like I'm losing these NFL bets on a weekly basis. You're losing out in the woods every single week, dude, and it's just
no. What do you mean? I filled 2 tags in September.
Well, did you? You know, I only saw one that was kind of impressive.
Stick.
Yeah, I'm
hunting with a pointy stick. I mean, what do you want me to do?
I mean,
I got to get close.
Do better, dude, or learn to fire further away. Like,
switch
what do you
down.
Want me to say?
Yeah, go with an atlatl next time, and good fucking luck. Have you ever? You know what that is? Donnie Dust talked about when he was on the show. It's like it's almost like a dog chucker, those ball chucker things. Seriously, there's like this little, I can't remember what the handle is called.
I know what you're talking
but
about.
then there's the atlatl, and it's like a spear that you fling with it. I've seen a guy I've seen videos of some dude killing an elk with it. I mean, it's the best shot from like 30 meters too. He fucking launches it and it just wobbles through the air and goes right down through its back. I'm like, holy shit! You don't want to miss, by the way.
No,
because then that fucking thing turns around. And he's like, oh, is this the game we're playing, motherfucker? Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're getting speared. So
yeah, it happens.
Just do better out in the woods. That's all we're asking. I'm going to do better on the NFL picks this week, and I feel good. I feel confident. I'm taking all the points, dude. Give me all the points. And I got Sunday off. I can watch the games. Looking forward to it. Appreciate you tuning in. Go to Spotify. Rate the show a 5-star. All of these shows are on video. The quality is insane. And Derek, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Netflix is now acquiring video podcasts from Spotify right now. They just picked up all of Bill Simmons' catalog, and they're really making a push into video podcasts on Netflix, and specifically targeting Spotify shows. So it would be fantastic. You know, we signed that deal with those guys, I don't know, 6 months ago, whatever it is, and it would be fantastic to be on there. So please rate the show on Spotify. And then head on over to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. It's all the advertisers care about. For Derek Wolfe, D'Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Week 7 NFL Prediction Show. Good night, everyone.